Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. My husband and I are expecting. This is our first baby and we're excited. Thing is, he barely attends any doctor appointments with me and his excuses aren't even valid. He's willing to miss the doctor appointment over soccer or a drink or board game with friends. His response is always, I'm not the one carrying the baby. Why do I have to go see the doctor with you? You're not the one carrying the baby. Why do you have to go? I thought you wanted the baby too. Like, are you not the dad of the baby? Last week was my final straw. He was supposed to come with me for the baby's gender reveal appointment, but he chose not to come last minute because his friend invited him to fish and chips meal. I was pretty livid but didn't make a fuss about it. Mum went with me instead. This makes me sad. Because you know the mum knows that her freaking son-in-law is just not good. You know, the mum's heart is probably hurting for her daughter. He texted asking me to tell him the results, boy or girl, but I refused to tell him. He kept spam calling me, but I hung up each time. He came home fuming, demanding I tell him the results, but I refused and bluntly told him since he refused to attend the appointment then, he gets no results till after the baby's born, and said I was willing to die on this hill. He went off calling me spiteful and immature for doing this and punishing him. He said he's the father and has the right to know. Then act like a father. He then called me dramatic since I wasn't alone and mum was there with me. I said he gets no results, period. He's been fuming about it and told his family and then now pressuring me to stop playing mind games with him and tell him, but I declined. Yeah, girl, you do you, okay? You don't gotta tell him because he didn't even want to know. Okay, if he really wanted to know at that moment, he would have went with her, but he didn't. He was like, that can wait. I'll just text her and find out what gender the baby is. I don't care. Seriously, that's what he sounds like. He didn't care. Like, he's acting like he cares, but he doesn't. If he cared, he would have shown that he cares. Honestly, I hate people who are all words. Like, no actions or words. Those people suck. I'm not the one carrying the baby. Why do I have to go see the doctor with you? Are you kidding me? So what, he's not the one giving birth to the baby? So is that not his baby then? Is that his logic? That sounds like his logic. That would piss me off so bad, man. Like, if I had a sister and this was my brother-in-law, I'll be so pissed off. Honestly, we don't know much about their lives, but we can already tell what kind of person he is by the things that he says. Alright, moving on. This year, I went to my fiance's house for Christmas. It was my first time going, as we would typically go to my family's house instead. I got a rather pricey gift for my fiance, Dan, related to his hobbies. I got nice gifts for Dan's parents based off of things I'd talked about with them before, and I got a small pack of chocolates for each of Dan's other relatives. I didn't know them that well. I wasn't expecting many gifts from Dan's relatives because I didn't know many of them that well, but I was certainly expecting more than I got. At first, I was excited when I saw that there were a big pile of gifts for me. However, once I opened the first one, it was just a piece of coal. Everyone laughed, and I just kind of laughed along thinking it was a gag gift and that the other gifts would be different. But every single one turned out to be coal, all 18 of them. I started to get upset, so I cried and lashed out at Dan, but he calmly explained apparently this is a long-standing tradition in his family where they gift coal to newcomers who are celebrating Christmas with them for the first time. He explained that it's just easier that way since all the relatives who might not know the newcomer well don't have to stress over finding a gift, and it's a fun experience for the newcomer as well. Fun experience getting coal? What? What the heck am I gonna burn, huh? That's not fun. Like, if you don't know what to get someone, just get them chocolate. Yeah, like, I would rather 18 boxes of chocolate than 18 coal. And what did Dad get her? Coal as well? I'm sure he knows what she likes, but he got a coal? I told Dan I couldn't believe I skipped my own family celebration for this and left. But now Dan and some of his family are blowing up my phone saying I embarrassed him in front of his relatives and that I made it awkward for everyone. Nah, girl, you didn't do anything wrong. I would have left after that too. His family's trying to guilt trip her. Like, no, she didn't embarrass you guys. You guys embarrassed yourselves gifting coal for Christmas. Are you kidding me? That's literally telling someone to just cook for me. You can use the coal to cook for us. You can use the coal to burn stuff. I mean, at least give a more thoughtful gift. Like, coal? Seriously? They literally just had to buy one bag of coal and then they split it. Like, that's not thoughtful at all. I can't believe Dan got her coal as well, right? Because they didn't say what he got her, so I'm assuming he got her coal as well. And the fact that his relatives laughed, knew what kind of reaction they would be given when giving someone coal. You know, they were laughing because they thought it was funny. You know, they thought it was funny that someone's upset. Toxic. Alright, moving on. I have lived in the same apartment for 4 years. One, the first 2 years I lived here, and the second for the rest of the time. My current roommate has been great until now. She's in a long-term relationship, and over Christmas she got proposed to. Now they want to live together, but they both approached me and asked me to let her fiance take over my lease and for me to find a new place as soon as possible. I have a few problems with this. I feel like they should find a new place together because I've lived here longer. I also told V a few months ago that I spoke to the landlord about once our lease together is up, that I'll be living alone since I can now afford it. At that time, she agreed and said that her and her boyfriend would look for a place together. I told her this, but she said that when they were looking for a new place, that everything else was too expensive and it made sense for me to move out and not her. I refused and told her that she can always ask the landlord if there will be units available for them in our building. She started cussing me out and has had a fiance and their friends harassing me about it. There's 4 months left on the lease, so I'm just going to ignore them, but when I spoke to my mum about it, she thinks I should let them have the apartment since they need to save for the wedding. Screw them. I don't care. Don't be a doormat, okay? Don't let people walk over you. No. Who cares about V? V is being rude as, okay? If V was a bit nicer, then okay, you know, maybe give me some money and I'll move out. But the fact that V's like, you're gonna move out now because I want to move in with my fiance, so you move out. Because outside, everywhere else is too expensive and we don't want to pay a lot of money, so you can pay a lot of money. Rude. Yeah, because I'm petty, I will not be moving out. Especially not to someone rude, okay? If they were nice, okay, sure. You know, take it. Okay, if I like you, then take it. But the roommate isn't even acting like a friend. It's just so selfish, just thinking about herself. So no, screw you. Alright, moving on. I recently inherited a good amount of money from my mom. I keep the money in a separate account as I still haven't decided what to do with it, and I didn't want it to go to waste. I noticed my husband constantly bringing up the inheritance money and making countless suggestions as to how I should spend it. Another thing is that he expects me to pay for nearly everything the past couple of weeks. For New Year's Eve, my husband and I met up with his family at a restaurant to celebrate. It was going fine until I found out that I was expected to pay for everyone at the table. My husband's mum joked about paying for dinner out of my inheritance pocket, which made me livid, but I showed no reaction. Just silently paid for my own food and drinks, then got up and made my way out of the restaurant. They were shouting after me like a crowd, and my husband tried to get me to come back, but I drove home. He got back at 3 a.m. yelling at me, saying I was pathetic to get up and walk out on him and his family after they relied on me to pay for their food and thought I was gracious enough to do it. But they were wrong. He said I humiliated him and his family, that what I did was an attempt to get back at them for not being able to help mum when she was sick. Not true is all I'm gonna say. He is mad and is saying that I caused a huge rift between his family and me when it wouldn't have hurt me to pay for their dinner. If he wants to be gracious and everything, then he should be the one paying. You pay for the dinner then, that's your family. Pay for the dinner. Like, why is he mad at her? Like, he doesn't have any money or something? That's your family, you pay for it. And you know, if someone is paying for the dinner, they have to be the one inviting everyone and telling everyone that they will pay. You don't just get to decide, oh, she's paying today. And one thing that I'm confused about is like, why does she have to pay, huh? Like, why does no one else have to pay? Like, why aren't the oldest people pay? You know? Why are they paying? Like, just because she inherited money from her mum, she has to pay? No. And it said that they didn't even help her mum when her mum was sick. And they obviously know that they're wrong. That's why they're bringing it up. That's why they're like, she's doing this to spite us because we didn't help her mum when her mum needed help. That's why. So they already know they're terrible people anyways. They deserve that then. Pay for your own food. Doesn't even make sense that when someone inherits money, you want them to pay for you, you know? Like, if anything, you should be the one trying to comfort them because they're probably still grieving, you know? Something so big happened to their life and now there's a hole in their heart forever. You know, their mum's gone. But you want them to pay for your New Year's Eve dinner with the money? trashy. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are, and as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!